Strap in and prepare for high-speed chases and mind-blowing twists that will leave you breathless, rivaling the most action-packed blockbusters. If you're hungry for a rush of adrenaline without ever leaving your seat, you've just found the ultimate thrill ride. Welcome to Cops Central, where every second cranks up the intensity, pushing the limits of excitement. One, two. The rain made the road slippery. The continuous curves combined with the pressure from the heavy truck created countless potential risks for the driver. In such circumstances, even the smallest mistake could lead to serious consequences, like the situation in the clip. 9 out of 10 car accidents are caused by speeding. Please follow the rules. Only by driving safely can you ensure the safety of yourself and others. Go out happily. Go home safely. On December 26, 2023, on a street in Washington, Florida, while the owner of a yellow sports car was busy loading things into the car, a 17-year-old suspect suddenly rushed up and drove away in a Camaro. The camera mounted on the police car clearly recorded the moment the chasing car crashed into the fleeing Camaro. When the unexpected situation happened, the driver immediately stepped on the brakes until the tires burned, trying his best to avoid a collision. Fortunately, the young man also reacted in time, dodged and turned around to run in the opposite direction. The moment a crane smashes to the ground in the middle of a road full of workmen was captured in this terrifying dashcam footage. I really admire this driver's driving skills. It really makes the viewer's heart stop. Braking suddenly to avoid a motorbike, the steel bundles on the tractor trailer were pushed forward, causing the cabin to collapse.
Then there are avenues for others to pursue. But we as a regulator will be focusing our attention on the board and the management.
The rear cargo container lost inertia due to a sudden change in direction and flipped to the left. The car was running on the road when it suddenly exploded and caught fire like in an action movie, scaring many people. Kuna, Idaho. On August 1, 2024, at approximately 6 p.m., the Meridian Police Department responded to a report of a fight in progress near S. Eagle RD and E. Overland RD. Witnesses described a man, later identified as 24-year-old Jeremiah Bainbridge, violently punching into a car during a heated altercation. As the situation unfolded, police located the suspect vehicle, a white Toyota RAV4, and attempted to pull it over. The vehicle sped off, initiating a pursuit, but officers were forced to discontinue the chase when they lost sight of the car.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Get out of the car! Show me your hands!
As the pursuit neared the on-ramp to westbound I-84, Kuna Police Sergeant Michael Geisel executed a successful PIT maneuver, bringing Bainbridge's vehicle to a halt.
Get your hands up!
On August 22, 2021, a Greenfield police officer witnessed Tyron Lamb, 31, run a red light. Identified in the video as Officer 1, the officer immediately activated his patrol car's lights and siren, signaling Lamb to stop. Despite repeated requests, Lamb stubbornly fled, refusing to comply with the stop order.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! I'm hit! I'm hit! Show me your hands!
Lamb was shot by police a short distance later and died at the scene. Body camera footage shows the wounded officer lying on the ground, while a fellow officer rushed to perform life-saving measures. Officials said the officer who was shot is currently recovering at home and is expected to make a full recovery.
Okay? I'm hitting the hand, the chest, in the face.
Airtime here, ETA.
Los Angeles, California. On November 23, 2024, at approximately 1:30 p.m., officers from the West Valley Division Patrol located a stolen white 2022 Mercedes-Benz GLE parked near the intersection of Corbin Avenue and Sherman Way. They quietly monitored the vehicle for nearly 2 hours until two individuals approached, entered the car, and drove away. As the stolen SUV began moving, patrol officers initiated surveillance and called for backup, including additional patrol units, an air unit, and a supervisor.
He's gonna run.
Larea accelerated rapidly eastbound on Parthenia Street, prompting officers to initiate a pursuit. He turned southbound onto Mason Avenue, continuing to flee at dangerously high speeds. Just moments after the chase began, Larea approached the intersection of Mason Avenue and Satakoy Street, ignored a red light, and slammed into a westbound Tesla Model 3. The violent impact caused the stolen Mercedes to flip over, crashing into two more vehicles, a Jaguar XE and a Toyota Corolla, that were traveling eastbound on Satakoy.
You guys on? Yeah. Go ahead.
On the morning of June 17th, two individuals were arrested following a crash involving an allegedly stolen vehicle. Just after 9 a.m., police believe a stolen Mercedes sedan collided with a Ford Ranger at the intersection of Royal Parade and Gatehouse Street.
Get out, go!
As the stolen car reached dangerously high speeds, the officer executed a PIT maneuver, deliberately striking the fleeing vehicle to force it into a spin. The maneuver occurred at nearly 97 miles per hour, sending the car crashing into a concrete pole near 27th Street and Lincoln Avenue. The impact was so strong, it toppled the pole. All four teenagers inside the car took off on foot immediately after the crash. Fortunately, none of the teens in the stolen car were injured. All four have since been referred for juvenile charges. Atlanta, Georgia, in the early morning hours of July 5, 2024, just after 2 a.m., the Cobb County Police Department called in reinforcements from the Atlanta Police Department's elite AC unit to help bring a dangerous high-speed chase to an end on I-285. With swift coordination and the use of a taser, they were able to subdue and take the suspect into custody before he could disappear into the darkness.
Don't move! Don't move!
Black male, no shirt, in the woods, bush bond, 22.
Do not move! I got him. He clear. Alright, 56. One is custody, black male.
Little Rock, Arkansas. On the afternoon of November 22, 2022, Sergeant Jeff Preston was stationed near the Exit 24 overpass on I-530 when he spotted a speeding vehicle surging past in the left lane. Behind the wheel was 19-year-old Tyrese Lancaster, whose reckless speed triggered Preston's radar at a staggering 90 miles per hour in a 75 mph zone.
Ricked out.
38.
Hey, hands! Put him up! On the ground!
Though he managed to avoid Hinton's vehicle, Trooper Pratt couldn't steer clear of Lancaster's disabled car and made front-end contact with it. Fortunately, no further resistance followed. Lancaster was taken into custody without incident.
No, you ain't getting up. You ain't getting up.
I'm wrecked out, dog. TBI roll over 1016. Hey. Hands! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Hands! Show me your fucking hands! Now! On the ground! On it! Get out! On the ground! Get the out of the window! You got him? Get off. Get off of it. Now get out on it. On the ground.
Yes, sir, I didn't do anything.
Who else is in the car?
Sir, I didn't do anything, I promise.
Is there anybody else in it?
I'm down. I ain't done shit.
You move and I'm gonna pull your fucking head off.
Yes, sir, I didn't do that.
Put your hands behind your back, right?
Yes, sir, I didn't do that, though.
Good.
Oh, y'all messed that up?
Oh, my word.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'll forgive you.
All right. We'll be there in a jiffy.
All right, bye.
Indian River County, Florida. On the morning of Wednesday, October 4th, 2023, a call from the Jupiter Police Department set off a rapid and coordinated response in Indian River County. Authorities had been alerted to a violent stabbing that occurred within Jupiter's jurisdiction, with the suspect 28-year-old Nicholas David Parchesco, last seen speeding northbound on I-95 in a desperate attempt to escape.
Oh yes, 1032 traffic. This information, he is armed.
Subject on the ground, prone down. Stand by. Stand by.
At approximately 2 a.m. on November 3rd, 2024, Officer Thorson, a sworn member of the Florida Highway Patrol, driving a fully plated FAP patrol vehicle, responded to assist Tampa Police Department officers who were following a pair of motorcycles fleeing a traffic stop. The officers continued north until the motorcyclist turned around to head south on Foggy Ridge Highway. I saw one of the motorcycles running on the grass and driveway, and I moved my vehicle off the road to the left to block the motorcycle. As a result, the motorcycle collided with the front of my patrol vehicle and the rider was ejected from the motorcycle. The collision resulted in the rider, Gunner Brian Campbell, identified by his Tennessee driver's license, being secured. The motorcycle, a Yamaha with the incorrect TN plate registration number 012-96000, was registered to Mr. Campbell. Thurston County, Washington, in the early morning hours of October 3rd, 2024, a Thurston County Sheriff's deputy saw an unmarked Nissan 350Z in the Rochester area. When the deputy attempted to get behind the vehicle drove through a gas station parking lot before driving recklessly through a neighborhood. The deputy initiated a pursuit at that point. The vehicle fled on Highway 12 at speeds of 130 mph before turning south on Sargent Road. The vehicle spun around, and as it attempted to continue its escape, the deputy used his vehicle to pin the suspect's vehicle, disabling it. On Thursday, May 23, 2024, at approximately 2:26 p.m., a black Cadillac was traveling northbound on Interstate 95, approaching Davie Avenue. The vehicle was recorded at 80 mph in a 65 mph zone. When the officer activated his lights and sirens, the vehicle accelerated and a pursuit ensued. The vehicle intentionally began making evasive maneuvers by driving across all lanes of traffic in moderate traffic.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hey!
The officer then attempted another PIT maneuver, making contact with the vehicle, but was unsuccessful. The suspect vehicle continued northbound on 27th Avenue and turned into the Broward Bat entrance, where a criminal stop was made. The driver remained in the vehicle after multiple commands to exit and attempted to back out. On September 5, 2022, while patrolling Torch Hill Road, a white and black Ford Crown Victoria with dark tinted windows was observed. Officers turned around and observed the Crown Victoria appear to be racing another vehicle. As officers approached the vehicles from behind, the driver made a sharp turn into an abandoned parking lot. The vehicle had a Georgia license plate Run 3840. The driver was identified as Mr. Camonte Brown.
South on Victory. Get it, 926 started.
Let me see the hands! Open the door! Open the door! Hands! Get off the car! Get off the car! Get on the ground! Go. All right.
The driver created an excellent opportunity to end the pursuit, so that the motorists would not be at risk of serious injury from the prolonged pursuit. Officers placed their front bumper on the right rear bumper of the vehicle and attempted to pit the vehicle to disable it.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Camonte Brown.
Say it again?
Camonte Brown.
Fort Worth SWAT responded to a confrontation with one or more people in a white pickup truck on a neighborhood street at 3 p.m. Wednesday, November 10th. Little Rock, Arkansas on May 20th, 2023 at 3:21 p.m. Arkansas State Police Officer Jackson Shoemate initiated a traffic stop on a black GMC Sierra on US Highway 67 South at mile marker 3 along with Officer T. Van Squike and Officer A. Escamilla.
Got it, Okay, roll over.
Sorry, I got cut off. I'm trying to catch back up. Eastbound Roosevelt.
Eastbound Roosevelt,
Got a pig, got a roll over.
hit and roll over.
Officers attempted to surround him, but were unsuccessful and a pursuit ensued. At some point early in the interaction, Officer T. Van Squike attempted to pit the vehicle but was ultimately unsuccessful and slid into a concrete barrier. On August 18, 2023, Officer Jermaine Yepes received a call from the Lake Worth Regional Communications Center about an armed carjacker being pursued by the Fort Lauderdale Police Department on State Route 91. Approaching mile marker 93, Rooksy provided a description of the vehicle being pursued as a late model white four-door Kia.
You bitch made a U-turn back on God.
Can you advise, is the helicopter still 10-12?
On the ground, we have officers at the...
Officers pursued the vehicle until mile marker 106, when it continued to drive recklessly, weaving in and out of traffic, accelerating, and using the shoulder. It soon became apparent that its ability to drive was deteriorating and it became unstable.
Marshall, you got sticks set up?
Richardson police released video of the police chase with a murder suspect out of Kaufman County. The driver of the vehicle shot at police during the chase and one officer returned fire.
Correction, we are now southbound Esperanza, Southbound Esperanza, school zone, no foot traffic,
Shots fired! Shots fired! Taking rounds.
65, do we have DPS coming?
They're live. They're notified.
may be stopping here. He's signaling that he's slowing down. We're turning left onto, I believe it's the 27 lane.
On August 27, 2024, a Kentucky State Police officer attempted to stop a cafe-style motorcycle for a traffic violation. The driver, Ricky Pilkington of Louisville, failed to stop and led the officer on a pursuit.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Get off the bike! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Do not move!
Hey, listen, man.
Do not move! Lay on your stomach! Lay on your stomach! You're gonna get tased if you don't get on your stomach! Get on your stomach! Do not move!
Hey, I just want to get to my daughter, man.
Don't move!
Stop! Sorry, man. I just want to get to my daughter. It's all over.
What?
Pilkington eventually surrendered and was taken into custody by Kentucky State Police. Pilkington was arrested and booked into the Nelson County Jail for speeding, exceeding the speed limit by 26 mph for more, assault, 3rd degree, on a police officer or probation officer, fleeing or eluding a police officer, 1st degree, reckless driving, resisting arrest, no operator's license, no insurance, failure to obey traffic signals, wanton endangerment, 2nd degree. And that's a wrap on some of the most intense high-speed chases caught on dashcam. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more thrilling action, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll drop a comment below to let us know which chase impressed you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.